class. I wanted to make a new video here kind of showing the new structure of the courses here at Carrington. There's been a few kind of minor changes. So say if you're in the college algebra course and you just took Principles of Mathematics, you might be wondering why things look a little bit different, but we're always trying to make improvements. And so there's a few little differences here now. Or if you're just starting out with Principles of Mathematics, it might maybe look different than a past course. Anyways, I'm creating this video for both of those courses. I teach both Principles of Mathematics and College Algebra. And in general, things are pretty much the same. If you see something slightly different, like there's a quiz here or there that's not in your course, don't worry. But in general, everything should be the same. So don't panic if it looks slightly different. But I am using this, as you can see here, for my Principles of Mathematics course. All right. Try to go through things here pretty quickly. If you have any questions, you can always kind of stop and rewind with the video. And make sure to email me if you ever have any questions. The first thing, since there's been kind of more questions about this than anything else, is I'm going to talk about the homework. Normally I kind of go through the structure of the course first, but this time I'm going to start out with where to find the homework. And there's actually a couple different ways we can find it. One way is through the quiz, but another way that is kind of more of a direct way is if you go to week 1, if I click on week 1 right here, then you will see instead of having the assignment listed under here, once you click on week 1, it brings up this page, which has a bunch of information. And again, if you're in college algebra, it should be a very similar looking page, but different content. At the top of the page, you see something that says assignments. If you click on assignments, initially we might not see any assignments, but if you scroll down further, and these are some videos that are helpful for the content for the week, if you scroll down, you'll eventually see this link for the week 1 homework. If you click on that link right there, it will open up in another window. If for some reason this isn't working for you, a very common issue is that you have the pop-up blocker on your browser on. Make sure to go in and turn that off. Also, if you're having other issues, you may need to update Flash or Java. And I highly recommend that you use, I'm using Safari here, works pretty well. Firefox seems to work the best if you have any issues. Also Chrome. Internet Explorer seems to cause a lot of problems. I feel like that Internet Explorer doesn't work on a lot of websites, so I kind of recommend going away from Internet Explorer, but usually that's kind of where the issues lie. Okay, so this is where it opens up, and there you are. You can click on that right there, and that will be the week 1 homework. Okay, I'll come back to that in a second because I want to show some features with it, but before I do that, I want to show you some other aspects of the course and kind of how to be successful in this class. First and foremost with this class, I cannot stress enough that the key here is putting the time in and doing the work. Students that do that end up being very successful. They end up getting A's and B's in the class for the most part. Not a guarantee. But in general, that's what I've found. You don't have to be a math genius, and I've actually had students that were math geniuses and didn't do the work, and then they didn't do well. So the number one indicator is putting the time in. As we'll see when I go back to the My Math Lab, you can do those problems an unlimited number of times. So that you can do it again and again and again on the homework. Go for that 100%. Same thing is true of the discussion. Okay, each week we have a discussion forum. You'll click on it, you'll see it under there, under week 2, so on and so forth. It's right there. You'll click on it, and it opens up the discussion for this week. Okay, this week has a introduction discussion as well as 2 other graded discussions. You'll see them. Like I said, it'll look a little bit different if you're in my college algebra course. Introduction isn't graded. The other ones are graded, and you need to do at least 3 posts, ideally more than that, to get full points. Okay, I want everyone to get 100%. Make sure that these responses aren't just one sentence, great job, I like that. Or, I mean, that's fine, I like the positive attitude there. But make sure you're adding something, ask a question. These should be a few sentences to a paragraph long that, here it's a college course, show me something that looks like, we put some time and thought into it. And even if you're totally wrong, I've actually had posts before that I love that they were wrong, but you could tell the student really put some time and energy into it. And that's what I'm looking for. You can get 100% on these, even if you make mistakes. So there's no reason not to go for 100% each and every week. And that's the discussion, okay? Also, the thing I want to point out is some of the extra resources. Okay, so there's the discussion, and if you're having trouble with the discussion, you're having trouble with the homework, here on the left-hand side of the screen, yours might look a little different. So you have some, instructor tools that I'm guessing you don't have. But you also see a link for tutoring. Okay, on the main course homepage, there's the announcements. I promise you, I will put video announcements and such inside these. They will be useful. They're not announcements that are going to waste your time. All right, I know we've all probably taken a course before where we went in and the announcement just, they didn't really do anything for us. I promise you I will not waste your time with the announcements. So take a look at them each and every week. There's that announcement right here that talks about the tutoring. Okay, I'll be posting one each at the start of each week that relates to concepts for that specific week. Okay, as I mentioned, the other grading for the class is, or the other main portion of your grade is through My Math Lab. There is the homework and there's the quiz. The quiz you can link to here. So we'll click right there. and it will bring up a page, and you can click on that. Now you do get a couple attempts of this, so make sure to do both attempts. I recommend maybe taking the first attempt a little bit earlier in the week after you finish the homework, and then the second one later in the week, but take advantage of both of them. A common question is, which score counts? What if I get a 90% and the second time I get an 85? Don't worry, the highest grade is the one that will count for you. Okay? But that's right there. That's how you can access the quiz. You just click on that. I'm not going to open it up right now, but if you click on this link right here that I'm pointing out, that will open the quiz for you. The thing that you should take before that is the homework. And once again, I will go, remember, if you went back here, right, if you clicked on assignments, okay, and if you scroll down, you will see the week 1 homework, okay. There also is a way, as I just want to point out, that if you had clicked on the quiz, if you do open up the quiz, and I'll show it to you right here. It does open up another page, just to give you a couple of different ways you can find this. See, here we are. There's the quiz if you want to take it. You can see that you have 2 attempts. If you click on this homework link right here, click on that, there's the homework. So there's a few different ways we can actually get to the homework, okay? Probably the easier way is just to click on that assignments link and then open the homework from there, but multiple different ways we can get to the homework. But I do want to show you really quick here, then I will finish up, that there are some great resources here inside my math lab. So you'll see this. Here's the homework problems for the week. You can start at number 1, you can start at 52 or 42 or whatever it is. I mean, that might be kind of weird, but you can start wherever you want and navigate between the problems. These little symbols here mean some of these problems have videos with them to help you out. But if we click on one right here, okay, it'll load. This is one of the things that you need to have Flash for, so make sure you have the latest version. If it's having issues loading there, that could be the issue. Then we can see the problem, okay? Over here on the right side of the screen, you have some excellent resources. Help Me Solve This does exactly what it sounds like. It will help you solve the problem. Think about years ago with a textbook, you couldn't just click on it and it would help you solve a problem. You had to do kind of more on our own. This is nice, it's very interactive and it's working for you. View an Example also does what it sounds like. It shows you an example of a problem that looks specific to this, so it looks very similar to this specific one. You don't have to, go page after page through a textbook trying to find a problem that is similar to it. This just does all the work for you. Also the textbook. And then Ask My Instructor is a great resource. A common thing is to have questions, right? I mean, everybody, myself included, that's taken a math course has had a question at one point or another. And a common issue, though, is I'll get a question from a student, it just says help. And I really want to help out, but I don't have enough information. It's kind of like going to the doctor's office. You need to tell them, you can't just say, I'm sick. You need to let them know what have you. You have a headache, you have this, that, and it might seem like kind of a silly example, but the same thing is true of math. Let me know what you're having trouble with. And the Ask My Instructor is nice because it will send me, if I just kind of click on it here, you can see what it looks like. Brings up this page. It'll send me the exact problem, so I know which one you're having trouble with. And then you can add some information here. You can type in there, and I recommend typing as much as you can. I mean, let me know where you might have gone wrong or this or that. The more information you give me, the better I can help out. You hit enter and it will send it directly to me. Okay, that's my email address right there. So that's that. Other kind of nice quick resources to take into account. I'm going to just go ahead to one here that's not multiple choice if I can find one. There we go. Okay, so let's say I'm getting the wrong answer. Okay, I'm just going to say the answer to this is 1,000. Okay, it's not. I will hit check answer at the bottom of the screen. Okay, if I hit that, it says, no, that's not correct. Let's say I think it's 2,000. Okay, check answer, still not correct. It gives me a little tip or two. Then I say, I think it's 3,000. Also, and one other thing I will point out before I hit this, it says the final check right there, is you have this pad over here that if you need certain things like you need to make a fraction or some symbols, I can hit more, and look at all these little extra symbols you can use. So if you're doing any problem, and this is more common in the college algebra course than Principles of Math, but you will see it in both courses, is that if you need some kind of mathematical symbol, it's not on your keyboard, or like you need to make it into fraction, exponent, something along those lines, this keyboard is your friend. Okay, but your best friend in the course is after we hit final check here, it looks like we're done, tells us the answer, and then up here at the top, what happens? It gives this little red X. Looks like we're done, end of the story, done with the problem. But it's actually not the case, okay? What I was saying is your best friend in this course is right here, this thing that says similar exercise. You hit that, it reboots the problem, and look at that, you get 3 more attempts. You can do this again and again and again and again, 3 more times, 3 more times, 3 more times. You could literally do it 1,000 times, and if you get it right on the 1,000th time, it'll count as a correct answer. Okay, so that's why I say go for that 100% of the homework, go for the 100% of the discussions. That's a huge chunk of your grade. The quizzes you get 2 attempts at. Take advantage of both attempts, and you can all be very, very successful in this class. Make sure to email me. Take advantage of the tutoring. phenomenal resource at your disposal. And like I said, I'm definitely here to help, and I hope everybody has a great course, and I look forward to talking to all you in the discussions and via email. So have a great week 1.